Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a quick preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is this, what Scott Ware here is claiming is a 100-meter UFO entering a volcano. Let's see, also have this video here of some people who were driving by Area 51 and saw this truck here carrying, this domed object. I mean, it could be anything. But of course, since it's up by Area 51, the people are going to assume it's a UFO. And I got this little clip from TikTok, which supposedly shows villagers posing with some alien visitors. You know, according to this story here, they said that some ship landed with aliens, different types of aliens, and they pose with selfies. But I don't think this is real, actually. I think it's a Photoshop job. And same thing with this one here. Again, you know what? But I've said it before. I could be wrong. These could be authentic, but yeah, I don't know about this one too. Ooh. Anyways, let's see. This one here is from it's a pretty good. This is the Daily Star, which is a pretty establishment newspaper, I think, in the UK. Or maybe not establishment. It might be like a gossip rag or something like that. But anyways, they're running more and more stories like this. Cigar-Shaped UFO returns to U.S. as mysterious craft spotted from plane over California. We got a quick little video here. We'll take a look at that. And let's see. I got this from Reddit here. It says object similar to the Manta object was posted last year, also in Colombia. Yeah, this looks similar to that craft that was seen by that woman in her little private plane. I'm pretty sure I posted a video of that. And then this one here, from the Hidden Underbelly, this guard here, this is actually it's a recording of some people like in a control room watching this guard. This is at some type of, I think it's a hospital facility or something like that. But this security guard, I mean, what he thinks he's doing right here is talking to an old woman. He sees her, he's having a conversation with her because, in this clip that I'll play, the woman, radios to him and it's like, who are you talking to? And he tells her Miss Nellie or something like that. Oh yeah, Miss Abigail. And they tell him, dude, Miss Abigail died 2 years ago. And he like kind of freaks out and runs away. So look at that. Also got this clip here about these two people just talking about MK Ultra. And I believe MK Ultra was the program that, that was basically created to dispel or discredit the UFO phenomenon, or I mean, it could have other more sinister motives though too. Oops, I hope I didn't. Oh, yeah, okay, good. I didn't lose that. Anyways, I'll take a look at that. And I got this here from Reddit too, and hopefully it plays, because here it says, sorry, this post has been removed. Yeah, when I found this wasn't up there. This just popped up recently, so hopefully it plays. But this is a bunch of different clips of this strange phenomenon where it looks like these birds just stop in midair. And, you can look above and see that there's nothing above them that, like that they could be hanging from. And it seems to happen a lot. And I've also seen videos of planes doing the same thing. And, some people try to come up with these explanation of it's parallax or something like that. Or, if you're in a moving object going in one direction. But yeah, I mean, I understand all that, but no, this is something completely different. Anyways, and then last is this interesting video called Motherboard Circuit Earth, but it just shows all these different sites and how, we like to make things in grid patterns, or, we're very organized. And now it's been like that for thousands of years. Oops, let's see. Yeah, it starts with this stuff here. And and then yeah, and then look at this thing here. This is, I think, it's in Baalbek, Lebanon, maybe. I think this is like the I think it's called the Temple of Jupiter or the Temple of Bacchus or something like that. But just think about this, right? Think about, these are some of the oldest, public works on the planet, or, so far. But even, yeah, just considering, the time that, that these things were made, you also have to take into consideration, um, planet Earth, had just recently recovered from a cataclysmic event, the Younger Dryas event. So, I mean, and that event wiped out so many humans. You don't that like I've heard that and they were like 90% of 98% of all human life was wiped out, which left like 6 or 7 thousand humans left on the planet. But so and then think that yeah during that time, right? The meteors hit the planet. Planet goes into I guess a deterioration state, and then after I would say a couple thousand years, planet comes back. But the people that built this, I've said this before. Where's the evidence that they had to learn how to do this? Where's the evidence that someone taught them how to do this, or again, or they learned it? And even if someone taught them, right, where where's the evidence that yeah, someone, some people knew how to do all this, knew how to cut these stones perfectly. So that's why my conclusion is these people had to have come from another planet. Like again, because it also when they built this, it's not like their culture had to develop. They had a culture that was completely intact, developed, prospering. You know, they had stories, they had theater, they had social hierarchy, they had different government levels and things like that. They were a highly organized civilization that built this stuff. And you're not going to convince me that hunter gatherers just woke up one morning and knew how to do all of this stuff. The only logical conclusion, or yeah, conclusion that you could come to is that they had to have come from another planet, or maybe they came up out of the oceans, out of our oceans. Like I've said, yeah, our planet has been occupied by highly advanced civilizations, our oceans, for a long time. So, yeah, maybe they came up out of the oceans. But it's either or. But this idea that people, moving out of Africa and moving east, just figured out how to do all this stuff. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I could ramble on and on about that. Let's take a look at this video here. This is from UFO Sightings Daily. You can see this object here. This is, man, I always have trouble saying this. Popocatepetl. Popocatepetl in Mexico. But anyways, check this out here. Let me go back up a little. Oh, you know what? Maybe I didn't back. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, you'll see this thing coming up here from the left side of the screen. Anyways, check this out. Anyways, yeah, this live cam video. I mean, it's captured these UFOs entering and exiting this volcano like a bunch of times. So again, it's pretty obvious that they're coming in and going out. And I've said it before, if you saw your neighbors coming in and out of their homes on a regular basis, would you assume they're visiting or would you assume they live there? We're seeing this stuff over and over again. Anyways, let's go to this one here. This is kind of a quick video. It's only 27 seconds, but let me just jump ahead here. This guy just decided to film or shoot this convoy coming up. But anyways, check out what he captured. Look at that thing. I mean, it might not be a UFO, but again, he's near Area 51, and that's that. Anyways, you know what? The links to all these will be in the description. Let's see. Okay, now this video here, let me go full screen. I'm gonna say it's Photoshop, and I'll tell you why. Okay, yeah, actually, it's this image right here. If you see this, supposedly this guy here, right, is wearing these pants, but look at the space in between here. That space should not be there. If he's actually standing, yeah, if he's actually standing there, right, his body would be covering up this space, and this space looks like, yeah, it doesn't look like, that doesn't look right. And yeah, and also down here, you can see how, I mean, this guy has no huevos. There's no belt or anything like here. This is just, it seems like just blending. Yeah, this is a Photoshop job. But anyways, check out the rest of this. You know what? And like I said, this one I believe is Photoshop, but that doesn't mean they're all Photoshop. Because I know, yeah, all the anytime something like this takes place, like let's say this one is legitimate, right? They will actually, along with this group of photos, they will insert an image which is obviously Photoshop in order to try and discredit, the legitimate one. So although I believe that first image, yeah, this one here is a obvious Photoshop job. And again, how could again, you know what? And because it's just so blatant, it's something, you know what I mean, that they would try and do to throw you off. Because you say, oh, if this one's Photoshopped, then they all have to be fake. Not necessarily so. Let's say this one is real. Or let's see, this one. These guys kind of look alike. Anyways, link will be in the description. Check it out. Let's see this one here. Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced on this one. This is just a short one from Twitter. Anyways, check this out. Looks good, but yeah, I'm not 100% convinced. Anyways, link will be in the description. Let's see now. This is from the Daily Star. Cigar-shaped UFO returns to U.S. as mysterious craft spotted from plane over California. UFO watchers are convinced that it's a proof of extraterrestrial life forms, as the videos showed a tic tac disappearing into the clouds. However, some disagreed. Yeah, these aren't extraterrestrials. I mean, we've been seeing these things for literally hundreds, if not thousands of years. Anyways, let's see. Check this out here. That's as much as I want to play that. Anyways, link to this article will be in the description. Let's go to this one here. This is object similar to the Manta object was posted last year, also in Colombia. Let's see, this is a stabilized version of this. Look at this conclusion. Likely a balloon. Additional footage required to verify any of the five. Yeah, right. Yeah, balloons don't just hang in one spot, especially at that height. Anyways, link will be in the description. Okay, now this one is like I said, it's kind of weird because this guy thinks he's talking to a ghost. Now it's almost 4 minutes long, but let me just get to the meat of it. Yeah, so this is a video of these people recording themselves watching him on a monitor. And then they ask him, like, who the hell are you talking to? Let me see if I got the right spot here. Okay, yeah, let me back up a little more. Okay, let me just check this out here. Let me back up a little more. Well, let me go back a little further. Okay. You see, look at this guy. I mean, he is talking to someone. He obviously sees this person and is interacting with them. Yeah, now think about this. He still sees her. He still sees her. See, he freaks out. Anyways, link to that will be in the description. That's all that really, as much as I want to play, and then just go over it again and again. But yeah, he saw someone. He was talking. He was interacting with somebody. Anyways, link will be in the description. Now, this is kind of interesting here. These are two people just discussing MK Ultra. I didn't even know. It's been a while since I've listened to this one, so let me just. I'll be able to play the whole thing. It's a Reddit video. Man, can you imagine that? They're trying to figure out ways to make agents who knew secret stuff forget those secrets. So that's part of what that MK Ultra was for. Anyways, a link to that will be in the description. Now, this is another video I found on Reddit. Hopefully, it plays. But yeah, it's this strange phenomenon where these people are catching these birds just like hanging in midair. You see what I mean? Like you can see completely above this thing. There's nothing for this thing to attach to. Nothing around it, unless unless their string is running for a couple hundred yards. Wow, that's strange. It's happening all over the place, right? This is not like a singular event. Anyways, I'll leave a link to this. Hopefully it'll still be there. Anyways, let's go to this last video here. Yeah, like I said, this is just about how we like to make things that have patterns. I'm not gonna play that music. I don't want to get hit with copyright. I mean, I don't want to play too much of this. But yeah, let me go back to that here. Oops. Look at this. Yeah, this is, I believe, the Temple of Jupiter, and these foundation stones down here. There's yeah, three of them called the Trilithon that are like 1,600 tons. Oh yeah, around 12 to 1,600 tons. And again, look at these columns here, right? These were all cut out of rock. I mean, yeah, something like this. This isn't something that like a first year architectural student would design and be hired to build, right? This is something that someone with superior knowledge, and not just one person too, you know what I mean? You got to imagine there were a bunch of people, and I've said this before, maybe, you know, before this, like this structure here, we're looking at it now, we're seeing something that was obviously built. But imagine the day before construction started on this thing, right? Imagine, going back in time, to a point when this thing was not in that spot, which means someone had to arrive and, make that decision. Like, this is where we're going to build this thing. And then someone, had to break ground and level this thing off perfectly, grade it perfectly. And then, figure out where they're going to get the stones from, where they're going to quarry these stones from. And, and they know, where these stones came from. And it's not like, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Even if it is, like less than a mile away, just think of the sheer, or the machinery that would be required to move these columns. And think of the creativity that went into designing, the upper part of this column here. Yeah, again, this is not something that, the people that built this 5,000, 7,000 years ago, however long ago it was that they built it, they were not hunter-gatherers that just figured this stuff out. They were a highly advanced civilization that, that settled this area. Because I'm sure, yeah, before they built this, there was nothing here. Someone had to decide, this is where we're going to build this thing. And then, and then those ancient Roman cities built up around it. But yeah, but the people who occupied those cities, the people that constructed this, they were not primitive people. They were highly advanced, evolved beings. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.